Imagine, if you will, a quaint village nestled in the lush landscapes of China. Picture the villagers, their faces weathered from years of hard work under the sun, going about their daily routines. The air is filled with the hum of conversation, the clatter of tools, and the laughter of children playing. Now imagine if one day, that village simply vanished, leaving no trace behind. In the heart of China, there was such a place. A small village, unremarkable to the passing eye, yet a world unto itself. The people were simple, their lives entwined with the rhythms of nature. They woke with the sun, tilled the land, and retreated under the blanket of night. A symphony of life, played out in harmony with seasons. But then came the day when the music stopped. The village, once bustling with activity, was found to be completely deserted. Homes stood empty, tools lay abandoned, meals left untouched, as if the villagers had simply evaporated into thin air. The shock was palpable, the confusion overwhelming. An entire village gone without a trace. How does something like that happen? As you can imagine, the sudden disappearance of an entire village raised more than a few eyebrows. And so, the investigation began. The news spread like wildfire, sparking a flurry of reactions from disbelief to fear. Local authorities were soon swamped with calls from concerned citizens and news outlets. It was an unprecedented situation that no one was prepared for. The local police were the first on the scene, their eyes wide with astonishment as they stood on the outskirts of what was once a bustling village. Now, it was as if the earth had swallowed it whole. They combed through the area, searching for any signs of life or any clues that could explain what had happened. But it was as if the village had simply vanished into thin air. Soon, the national authorities were called in. Top investigators from the central government arrived, their faces set in grim determination. They worked day and night, scouring every inch of the area. They called in experts from various fields, geologists, meteorologists, even paranormal investigators. They left no stone unturned, no theory unexplored. Despite their efforts, they found nothing. No traces of the villagers, no signs of a struggle, no evidence of a natural disaster. Even the most seasoned investigators were baffled. The village had disappeared without a trace, and there were no leads to follow, no clues to decipher. It was as if the village had never existed at all. This lack of evidence only fueled the mystery. The media ran wild with speculation, each theory more outlandish than the last, but the investigators stuck to the facts, or rather, the lack thereof. They continued their work, their faces growing more and more haggard with each passing day. With no leads and no explanations, the investigators were left scratching their heads. When faced with an unexplainable occurrence, the mind tends to wander towards the realm of theories and speculations. The sudden vanishing act of a small village in China has certainly sparked a wildfire of conjectures, each more intriguing than the last. The most grounded of these theories points towards a sudden, large-scale evacuation. This explanation suggests that the Chinese government may have swiftly relocated the villagers due to an impending natural disaster or a covert military operation. Citing similar incidents from the past, proponents of this theory argue that such actions are not unheard of in tightly controlled regimes. A darker theory spins a tale of potential human rights abuses, drawing parallels with the mysterious disappearances of Ukrainian children during the Russian invasion. Some speculate that the villagers may have been forcibly relocated or worse. Though this theory is chilling, it's not beyond the realm of possibility considering the global instances of such abuses. On the other end of the spectrum, we find theories that sound straight out of a science fiction novel. Some speculate about extraterrestrial involvement, suggesting that the entire village may have been abducted by aliens. This theory, while far-fetched, has found a sizable following among UFO enthusiasts. Then, there are theories that delve into the supernatural. They argue that the village might be a modern-day Bermuda Triangle, a vortex into another dimension, or an unfortunate victim of a vengeful spirit. While these ideas are largely dismissed by skeptics, they continue to captivate the imagination of paranormal aficionados. Finally, a few theories propose a mass hallucination or a sophisticated illusion as an explanation. They suggest that the village never disappeared, but our perception of it did. These theories, though intellectually stimulating, are largely considered fringe hypotheses. Theories abound, but concrete answers remained elusive. The disappearance of the small village in China is a mystery that continues to baffle us to this day. Each theory adds a new layer to this enigma, making it an ever-deepening well of intrigue. As the days turned into weeks and the weeks into months, the mystery of the disappearing village remained unsolved. The relentless march of time brought no answers, only more questions. The investigation, initially filled with fervor and determination, started to reflect the frustration of those involved. Despite the tireless efforts of the investigators, they were unable to unearth any substantial clues that could unravel the mystery. The village had seemingly vanished, leaving no trace behind, as if it had never existed. The impact of this eerie event rippled far beyond the confines of the missing village. Neighboring communities, once tranquil and carefree, were now steeped in unease. The inexplicable disappearance of a whole village and its inhabitants cast a long, ominous shadow over these communities. The laughter of children playing in the streets was replaced by hushed whispers of fear and uncertainty. It was as if an invisible shroud of unease had descended, transforming the once vibrant and lively places into silent, watchful towns. The fear was palpable, the uncertainty tangible. People began to question their own safety. Was this an isolated incident? A freak occurrence? Or was it a harbinger of more disappearances to come? These questions hung in the air, an invisible specter haunting the lives of those affected. In the face of this fear and uncertainty, a sense of solidarity emerged. The neighboring communities banded together, offering support and comfort to each other. They held on to hope, the only thing they had in this sea of unanswered questions. And so, the question remains, what happened to the village and its inhabitants? Could they have simply vanished into thin air? As we wrap up this tale of the unexplained, we leave you with this question to ponder. What do you think happened to the village? We'd love to hear your theories in the comments below.